What's up, everyone? This is Terrell Willis, also known as Wells Fargo, also known as ATM, and this is my Eagles rant prediction special. I went 3 for 4 last week. I didn't want to boast or brag, put all on Facebook so people could see. I keep it quiet. But this is for you, to fatten your wallets for the holidays. You're welcome, and I will continue to do so. Now I got 3 games that I really like that's going to win you some money. So let's get right into it, shall we? Redskins versus the Panthers. +7 for the Redskins. 44.5 over under. I was skeptical of the Panthers. I was. I thought that they were kind of like a fluky team, like this couldn't be real. But once they beat, the way they beat the Packers a couple weeks ago, I became a believer. That defense is awesome. Cam Newton, early runner for MVP, and they just win. They find the way to win. Now listen, Redskins are having a feel-good story this year. They won a couple games, come back. They had a really nice game against the Saints. But listen, when they play the upper echelon teams in the league, they always fall. The Panthers have, like I said, a great defense, a potent running game. And again, Cam Newton is getting it done. He's unstoppable this year. So go with the Panthers, people, okay? Now we got, speaking of those Packers versus Vikings. +1 for the Packers. +1. Now listen. No one saw the Packers struggle in the way that they have. I know. It's a little bit unsettling. But they still got A-Rod. They still got somewhat of decent weapons behind him. And he's going to make a way. Now, I do like the Vikings. They have a great running game. Adrian Peterson's back. He had 200 yards last week. I like Teddy Bridgewater. I think he's going to be, future star in this league. They have a good defense. I like Mike Zimmer, what he's doing with those guys, getting them all together and believing. But I'm going to bet with these Packers. I really believe, their backs are against the wall and they have something to prove. And this is for control of the division. And they're going to come out there in Minnesota and handle business. They got A-Rod. They've been there before. They got the defense. I know they're not playing great, but I believe they're going to step up. So go with the Packers, people. And finally, as I always do on the show, last pick, best pick, only pick, Bucks versus the Eagles in Philly. +6 for the Bucks. You heard my rant earlier in the week, so I don't know what Eagles team is going to come out there. So, as we always do, we're going to leave it in the hands of fate. Does anyone remember this? If you do, you're telling on yourself. But I'll explain. In school, this was a football. And you used to play football on the desk, 4 downs. If you got this part of the football at least halfway off the table without falling over, you scored a point. So that's what we're going to do today, people. 4 downs on my lovely table here. If I'm able to reach it without knocking it off, you bet with the Birds. If not, bet with the Bucks. It's pretty simple. Old school game coming back to life. I bring it to you now. My Eagles rant prediction special. Wells Fargo. Let's go. All right, people. So here we go. 4 downs. Reach the end of the table without knocking it completely off. I score. Bet on them Birds. If not, bet on the Bucks. Old school game, come back to life. Let's go. Second down. Third down. All right, people. Have one down to go. This will determine the fate of whether or not the Eagles will win or lose. Let's go. As you can see, the Eagles will win. According to my expert football skills on my table. So there you go, people. My Eagles rant prediction special. I'm your host, Terrell Willis, aka Wells Fargo. Now next week I'll be back outside doing some more activities. But until that time, peace.